Hi guys, so this is just a brief video explaining how you can save money when you are buying your LED strip lights. And the key is to give ourselves or give any other companies who you're looking to buy the strip lights from, give them as much information as early as possible. And the reason is we can advise on the wiring for your project and look where to save money. So for example, I've seen this time and time again, and I have touched base on this in another video, but this is where, say for example, you have 4 different areas. You've got a restaurant and you've got 4 areas, and you're looking to have the LED strip lights in a front bar, a back bar, a coving, and a step lights, and you want them all to be controlled together. Well, what you could do ideally is have one power supply in a cupboard. And if the colour changeable lighting, you'll have one power supply in the cupboard, you'll have a receiver box, and you'll take 5 core cable to the steps, to the back bar, to the front bar, and to the ceiling. And then that way, you can control them from a remote or a wall controller. So that way, you've only paid for one power supply, you've only paid for one receiver, and then they're all controlled together from the remote control. Whereas what may have happened is, if you didn't ask that question and get that advice first, is you may have took twin and earth 240 volt cable to the steps, to the back bar, to the front bar, the ceiling, and then the twin and earth cable, the 3 core cable, is not enough cable. You need 5 cores cable for RGBW, or you need 4 core cable for RGB. So if you've only got twin and earth to the 4 points, at that point you'd need to have a power supply and a receiver for the steps, a power supply and a receiver for the back bar, a power supply and a receiver for the front bar, and a power supply and a receiver for the coving. Yes, you can still pair them wirelessly back to one remote, but you've then gone and got 4 power supplies rather than 1, and 4 receivers rather than 1. So you've literally just doubled, tripled the quotation by not having the information first of how to wire the LED strips. So that is so important to know, and that is such a great way to save money. And it's the same with white LED strip lights. If you've ended up wiring them in such a way that you need a power supply for each strip lights, where you could have had them all wired back to one point. If you've got 5 strips, you can wire them all the cables back, even if they're 5, 10, 15, 20 meters long. As long as you're using the correct thickness cable, you will not get a voltage drop. So you could have one power supply 20 meters away, and you've got your 2 core cable going to each area, and they are all powered on and off together, and all the strip lights are working together, and it saves you so much money because you got 1 power supply instead of 4. So there's just a couple of tips on how to save money. So if you want to have any information like this, send us an email, comment away, check out InStyleLED.co.uk. And the earlier the better you get the information or what you're looking to try and achieve. We can help you out with that, offer you advice. We can speak to the installers, or if you're the installer yourself, we can speak to anybody on that and advise and create wiring diagrams and offer all of our expertise in this to try and save you the most money. And we can also look and budget for different, offer different products for different budgets. So if you say that you're looking for this and you want them all controlled separately, we can quote that up, and you may say, oh, that actually goes over my budget, and we can say, well, it can work out 50% cheaper if you have those 2 areas together and those 2 areas together. So rather than the 4 areas individually, you may want 2 areas and 2 areas. We can look at all of that. So that is some great information to give to us, what you're looking to achieve. If you have any plans, whether this is a restaurant, bar, club, home, anywhere, if you give us the information first, we can advise on the wiring so that you can save money and time. So thank you very much for watching, and please be sure to subscribe.